Hey everybody, Eric Brown, MOBO-Media, back at you again. Hey, I want to talk about something a little personal, but it's very serious though. And this is, the difference between the haves and the have-nots. So when I was younger, man, I was a very inquisitive child. I think I talked about in another video. My grandmother was, she worked for two former Fort Worth mayors. She may have worked for more than that, but from what I understand, two former Fort Worth mayors. And she was not chief of staff. She was not, on the mayor's staff or anything like that. She was a general laborer, cleaning the mayor's house, taking care of the mayor's kids, you name it, you know what I'm saying? And that caused me to start having questions about, why there was such a difference in the way they lived and the way I lived. Because oftentimes we used to take my grandmother to work out in the TCU area out there. That's where the houses were out there. And I think at the time they were former mayors. So let me get that right. I think they were former mayors, but they were mayors of Fort Worth. Last name Barr and Overcash. So I never understood why, as we rode out toward those folks' communities, the former mayors' communities, why everything changed. Everything got nice. The buildings became nice. The landscape was nice. The houses bigger. You know what I'm saying? More stores, things I had never seen before. I didn't get this. But as I got older, I started to venture out on my own. And I remember every Saturday I used to go downtown Fort Worth, man. Anybody remember downtown Fort Worth, Fort Worth Tandy Center, the ice skating rink? I think it was like a Subway or something to go out to the parking lot back and forth. Tandy Center had some of the best nachos, you know what I'm saying? Holidays, they would have downtown Fort Worth decked out. But, in the midst of all that good was a bad. And I think the bad was the fact that I had to go down there and look around at a world that was not mine, because the world I went back to didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? So oftentimes I do a lot of window shopping, man. I look at toys and think about what it'd be like to have that remote control truck or this remote control airplane, man. And, this and that, man. It's just, in my mind, I always told myself, you know what? I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to get that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about the material things in that. It was just the fact of having access to the same type of toys and, fun things that the other kids had access to. Why did I have to go downtown Fort Worth to see nice things? I never understood that. So I did a lot of window shopping as a youngster, man. And so when I got of age, where I was able to buy the stuff, I come to realize it didn't mean a whole lot. It was worthless. It was worthless. But what valued most was my understanding of why that distinction exists, why it looked different downtown than in my neighborhood, why it looked different out where the mayor's homes were in my neighborhood. To me, there's more value in that. The fact I came to an understanding that the reason for it is intentional. It's intentional and it's historical. And that same history is what they're trying to keep out of us in the Texas school system and all the school systems. So a lot of window shopping when I was younger, man. It's not like I was trying to be like them, but I knew I was just as good as them. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be school or sports or what have you, man. I knew I was just as good, but I didn't understand what was holding me back until I got a little older and realized what was holding me back was them. They were holding me back. But it got to a point where I said, you know what? I'm not even going to say they're holding me back. I'm going to say I'm holding me back. And so that was my pivot out of Fort Worth. The fact that I felt like I was holding me back. And so once I took ownership of me, then I was able to do whatever I wanted, man. And, that's why I've had a great journey, successful journey. But it started with me taking control of me, because you see what giving control to someone else does to us. And y'all take care, man. Eric Brown, MOBO-Media. Peace.